this funk. Thoughts deep, boys steeped in the depths that he sunk. Big stress, depressed in the middle of fall. Sky gray, high late in the thick of it all. I wonder, how long can a human survive just staying alive or carrying the rest of the tribe? Waiting for the day to arrive or struggling dies, and I be doing way more than getting by. So why? Cop myself a cup of coffee, sip of water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, cop myself a cup of coffee, sip of water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Realize life is so much more than just living a day. Every day I can sit and reflect and reconnect to myself and all that I've been given. See, giving up is not an option. So when I'm looking at gray skies, I'll be adopting a new way to deal with a test. Lord, relieve me of stress and bring me looking like when blessings drop in. And so I cop myself a cup of coffee, sip of water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Coffee, sip of water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, here we go. Yeah, let's do this. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. Test. Let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. Woo. Salute everybody, salute. Welcome. I'm Mervin. I appreciate you tuning in to the podcast tonight on a Sunday night of all things, you know. Now, y'all know good and well that I normally don't do my podcast on a Sunday. You know, Sundays are normally a rest day for me. So, but I want to do this episode today because this particular topic that we're going to talk about on this podcast is trending right now, and I want to jump on it as soon as possible. All right. So those of y'all who tune in right now, thank y'all so much for the support. Thank y'all for sharing me out, and I thank y'all for the thumbs up. I also thank y'all for the thumbs down as well too, because all of that helps the channel. So thank y'all for that. Thank you for the support, because I know that I enjoy do what I do every single day when I go on YouTube, but at the same time, I want to always acknowledge you as my subscribers and as my fans who are supporting the channel. You know, I don't want to disregard y'all, and I thank y'all so much for that. But other than that, let's go ahead and jump into business, all right, on this podcast. So I was looking at TikTok like usual with Mrs. Urban, and this young lady on TikTok had caught my attention. So this young lady, she is accusing her employer of body shaming her. Now, once again, this young lady, she is accusing her employers or body shaming her. So I was kind of curious about it at first until it started going viral. You know, then when it started really going viral, I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and talk about this. So I'm going to want to present to y'all the video of what this young lady is talking about. We're gonna hear her perspective about this, and I'm gonna give my perspective, and we're just gonna break this thing down. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hear what this young lady have to say and why she believed that her employers are body shaming her. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into this tonight, and we're not gonna be very long tonight, neither. Hopefully. All right. So let's go ahead and jump to it.
So I'm borderline pissed. Like, I got called into the office because I'm following dress code, but my body shape is too much for my job. I don't get it. Like, I'm following dress code, but because I might have people following me around at work, how is this my fault? So
All right, so she is accusing her employers, right? As you know, she is working for Costco. All right, so let me give y'all a little background story on this. All right, so her boss called her into the office one day and said that, hey, look, even though you're in compliance or uniform, you're technically not in full compliance of the uniform. Meaning that how the way she's presenting herself is what's causing normally her fellow coworkers to look at her a certain way, but also the customers as well too. So therefore, they end up reprimanding her, not in a way to where they was talking about they was going to terminate her employment because of this, not because of that, but they had gave her a verbal warning to, change the uniform, what should be more in compliance. Now, as you look at her right now, she made sure that her uniform shirt and her pants goes with her body, all right, which is what we call having it fit. Okay. See, and that's the issue with this company with Costco is that she made her uniform purposely where it's so fitted where it shows everything about her body. It's almost as though she's walking around Costco naked, okay, even though she's not doing that. But the reality of it, that's how the way it seems. And now all she got on is a badge, all right? So therefore, her boss talked to her about this and gave her a verbal warning and told her to change out of this, all right? So it's one thing for her to, go on her TikTok page and express her grievances about this. But it's another thing which I don't agree with. Is another thing where she literally decided to wear the company uniform on TikTok to express her grievances. Now, me personally, I don't agree with this approach at all. The reason why is because I believe that she's doing this for, knowing for clout, but she also doing this for attention as well too. So to be honest with you, what her boss is telling her is correct. She shouldn't be dressing this way. How the way she's dressing is inappropriate. But just to give y'all a little bit more of a perspective from the company's point of view, I had the liberty to pull up on Costco dress code policy. All right, so let's review on Costco dress code policy, and I'm gonna let y'all see it for yourself. All right. So, all right. So, according to Costco, this is their policy for dress code. All right. They're saying this first of all, men clothing requirements at Costco. They said for the men, they said the shirts. Now, what Costco do is that they actually provide their employees with the top. If you're working at the Costco store and not the warehouse, they will give you the actual Costco shirt, which is the top. Okay, and that's standard for both men and women. Now, however, it is a requirement of the employee to purchase their own bottoms, which is pants or khakis, or in women's case, they could purchase a skirt if they want to. But we're going to jump deep into this policy, all right? So they say it for the men. First of all, most men that could wear the Costco shirt. They say most Costco have no t-shirt rule for men in favor of polo or collared shirts. Preferably, these shirts should be tucked into the employee's pants, but this may depend on the manager. Okay. And of course, the pants policy for the men is that no pants with holes in jeans or jewelry Frowned upon instead, employees are encouraged to wear khakis or other type of dress pants. Then the men are required to wear a vest. Most jobs at Costco, especially those involved retail, require the employees to wear their Costco vest and name tag. Now we look at the policy for women, all right? Women, of course, it's the same. Women are expected to wear the appropriate blouse or shirt. But if you're working in the retail branch of Costco, working at the actual store, they will provide you with the shirt. Now, once again, for us the pants, for us their policy, the women have to purchase their own pants or khakis or skirts, okay? And so when you look at this young lady, right, she technically, in a sense, is what we call semi-compliant with the uniform policy. She got the one Costco one shirt on. She chose some pants to wear as well, or khakis. But once again, the issue is not per se the uniform, the uniform itself, but it's how the way she's wearing it. It's the issue. Now, she wants to go on and say that they're body shaming her, right? But like I say, I beg to differ on this. I beg to differ that they are body shaming her. Now, it'll be another thing if the Costco management team were to just terminate her on the spot. But they're not going to do that. The reason why they're not going to do that because that goes against a discrimination policy. Not only that, but it also goes against the civil rights policy. Now, every major company abides by civil rights policies, okay? Let me explain this to y'all too, all right, about civil rights. The whole purpose of the Civil Rights Act was built because of women. It eventually integrated into race later on, down the line when we dealing with the feminist movement, right? But originally, the Civil Rights Act dealt with women, and women wanted to have rights at the workplace. Women want to have the right to vote. Women want to have the right to work as they see fit. Women wanted to be considered as equal as men. Not saying that women want to be men during that time. They wanted to have the same equal rights as men. So they went to Congress. They signed a bill in Congress, which is known as the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Now, another reason why they had to sign this act or this bill into law is because there were some companies or organizations that was allowing women to work, right? But they was doing what was known as harassment towards the women. They was telling some women that in order for you to get a pay advancement or to get better pay, that you have to sleep with men. They was set up here doing cat calls towards women, being totally disrespectful towards the women and everything. So this whole feminist movement had caused women to end up on getting the rights where they would no longer be harassed by men or other counterparts. So the reason why I'm mentioning this is because right now in the modern day, every company is abiding by this civil rights. Every company is required to have their employees take a civil rights training where it's talking about civil rights, is talking about discrimination, it's talking about harassment, it's talking about same-sex, everything within civil rights. And they are required to take this training every year. The employer that I work with right now require us to take this civil rights training course every single year. Now, once again, the reason why I'm mentioning this is because, to be honest, I totally agree with what her employers are talking about. I agree that she's out of dress code. I agree that they did exactly what they should have did, which was reprimanded her. Now they didn't fire her or nothing like that. They just reprimanded. They just told her like, hey, you kind of out of pocket out of dress code. You can't dress like this at Costco. Sour Patch, what's up with it? And what's up to everybody else who are tuning into the podcast tonight? Thank y'all. So she is out of pocket on this. She's out of dress code. Ain't nowhere around this. Then another thing too, like I mentioned earlier, is that it's one thing if she would have went on her TikTok page dressing normally and to express her grievances with her job. Hell, I done did it before where I done said certain things about my job, but the only but part about this is that I never mentioned about the company that I work for or my employers that I work for. The reason why I don't mention about that is because I know that being an influencer, by the power of my words, I could either make the company I work for better or I can make it worse according to wherever I say. So by me knowing that as an influencer, I'll be very wise about certain things that I say and how I say it. And on top of that, I don't mention about the company that I work for. But however, this young lady, she decided to take it upon herself to go on her social media page, which in this situation is TikTok, to go on this page wearing the company uniform and expressing her grievances on it about this. Which in all honesty, she is wrong for this because she's out of uniform. There's no way around that. She's out of pocket. And another reason why I don't agree with what she's doing is because let's be realistic about it. She is wearing her uniform for the sole purpose that she wants that attention. Matter of fact, let's listen to this one more time and she's going to tell y'all indirectly that she wants this type of attention anyway. So let's listen to it again.
So I'm borderline pissed. Like, I got called into the office because I'm following dress code, but my body shape is too much for my job. I don't get it. Like, I'm following dress code, but because I might have people following me around at work, how is this my fault?
See, that's the thing about it, young lady. It's actually is your fault because you are drawing attention to yourself. So you're pretty much saying that you want this type of attention. And you're pretty much saying like, well, it ain't my fault that people will follow me around work. Who is following you around work? And how do you know that people will follow you around work? The only way you know that is because you want that type of attention. You're literally looking for it. You're looking for people to look at you. And the thing about it, like when I mentioned about the Civil Rights Act, right? This is not only for the employer and your coworkers, but this is also for the consumers as well too. So let's just say that in the same situation, right? Your one employer or your manager don't say nothing about it. They just let you rock on, let you rock out with what you're doing, right? Then one day, while you sitting up here going through Costco, you're doing your inventory check and stuff like that, right? A customer or a consumer come up to you and smack you on the booty. Damn, girl, your ass fat as hell. Shit. Then what are you going to do about that? I guarantee that you're going to feel offended. You're going to get upset. I guarantee you're going to go to your manager and tell them that you've been harassed by a consumer at work. Same situation with a coworker. Whether it be a coworker, they do the same thing. They see you doing inventory check, and they just come behind you say, damn, girl, you look sexy as hell in that uniform. Then what you gonna do? I guarantee that if you're not physically attracted to the dude, or in this generation, women, if you're not attracted to that dude or woman who's saying that to you, guess what? You're going to feel offended about it. And you're going to report them for harassment. So this is the reason why they're saying that you're out of uniform. Because you purposely dress like this for attention. And this is no different from a man dressing the same exact way. A man who dressed in the same exact way, having his uniform fitted, guess what? It's going to be the same policy applied. Because you're out of uniform. You're out of pocket. Then they had the audacity to go on social media with this whole victim mentality as though they did something to you when they didn't. Now, I can understand if you were to go on here and you said that they didn't give you no verbal warning, they just straight terminated you. I can understand that. Then you have a certain grievancy to talk about. Matter of fact, you have a lawsuit. But this is about getting a verbal warning. It's not no lawsuit. They're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing with you. Now, here's another thing that I want to show y'all this too. I don't know if y'all familiar with her, this other young lady, but she used to be a news anchorman in Dallas, Texas. Her name is Demetra. So Demetra actually was defending this young lady, right? So I want to show y'all what Demetra was talking about in this situation, right? So I'm gonna pull this clip up with Demetra, let y'all hear her perspective on this too.
We have to address this double standard, because if she had a flatter bum or less breasts, I don't think people would be having an issue with this. Is something that I was body shamed for when I worked on the news in Dallas, Texas. It was this viral global moment where a woman told me that I looked like I was a size 16, 18 trying to fit into a dress size 6. There's nothing wrong with having a more curvaceous figure. I don't think that because you have a big booty or some big breasts that makes you unprofessional. No matter what I do, you know I...
Now, this whole situation with Demetra, right? Let me give y'all a perspective about her, all right? Now, Demetra, she was a news anchorman in Dallas, right? But she had left the station because she had got a better job opportunity. It didn't have nothing to do with body shaming, because nobody there was body shaming her. Hell, it was more men and women complimenting her. The reason why I know is because I was hearing it on the radio station and everything, that they was giving her a compliment. I'm like, man, Demetra, she's a nice black woman working for the news station, and they used to give her compliments all the time. They never body shamed Demetra. But at the same time, we still have to talk about this. Why is it only considered body shaming when it deals with women who want to try to change policies within the company to make them feel good? Why is that considered as body shaming? And I'm going to be realistic too. If you're working for any type of employer and they have a dress code policy and you don't like that dress code policy, especially as a woman, and you want to dress how the hell way you want to dress, you want to wear skin tight clothes or whatever you want to do to suit your fancy, to be honest with you, you don't need to work for that company. You need to work somewhere that allow you to dress that way. It's only a few places that I could think of on the top of my head that allow you to dress that way. First place, the strip club. The strip club lets you wear bikinis all the way to being bare naked. So you go to a strip club and have fun. Enjoy your job. because that's part of the dress code requirement at that strip club. Hell, you could go to a nightclub. You work at a nightclub, you could wear those skin tight dresses or whatever you want to do with your booty sticking out. You work there because that's part of their dress code policy. So you got Hooters, you got Twin Peaks, different type of restaurants, you know what I'm saying? They allow their employee women to dress like that. I mean, you got options. Hell, nowadays, you got Instagram and OnlyFans as well, too, where you could dress however the way you want, when you want. OnlyFans, you could go from wearing skin-tight clothes all the way to be butt naked if you want to. IG is a little different. You could wear your bikinis and your skin-tight clothes as long as you don't be fully nude. So you got all these different type of other options that you, as a woman, could go towards. And you could dress however way you want to dress. But for you to sit up here to have the audacity to go into these main corporations, right? Professional corporations, professional brands, whether it's retail or wherever the case may be, blue collar, wherever it is, white collar, wherever it is, for you to have the audacity to think that you could go into these companies and change their dress code policy because you're in your feelings, no, that's not cool at all. That's not cool, and it's not right. Because there are laws that is protecting you on that. Then just like I mentioned it earlier, let it take one person that you don't like to catcall you. Let it take one person that you don't like to approach you inappropriately. Let it take one person that you don't like to smack you on your booty. Guess what you're going to do? You're going to file a harassment claim right then and there. And the sad part about it is that not only are you going to file a harassment claim on that person who's harassing you, some of y'all will still file a harassment claim on the company itself. And the company didn't have nothing to do with that. So, yeah, these things is here for a reason, to protect y'all as women. So stop trying to change things because you're in your feelings, because you want to feel a certain type of way. That's all I'm saying about it. Now, like I said, I'm all for, freedom of expression and all that stuff there, but at the same time, there are levels to this thing. You have to be strategic in what you do and how the way you do it. What's up? Oh, swimming pool open. Sure, you could apply as a lifeguard at a swimming pool if you want to dress like that. Wear a bikini. But I'm saying there are so many different options that you can that women can use, and they could show their body off and knock themselves out. But corporate companies ain't one of them. Now I'm sitting up here looking at different comments on her on TikTok too, right? Where once again these silly people sitting up here agreeing to like, yeah, woman power. You should be able to dress how the way you want to dress. No, you shouldn't. There are certain rules that are set for a reason. And the overall reason is to protect. So it'd be very ignorant for you to try to change the very thing that's been set in place for you, especially as a woman, to protect you as a woman. Now, I want to one last thing too. Throughout my career of working, this overall period, I done dealt with a lot of different type of personalities, especially dealing with women with different type of personalities. But I find it interesting that in this modern day generation, This generation want to so bad, want to just change everything around, not because it need to be changed, but because they just up in their feelings, because they feel like they're entitled. Now, I don't know if y'all seen my one trailer. I purposely put that video up there again for the trailer to let y'all know, especially modern day women, know that a lot of them have this entitlement mentality where they feel like they're just entitled to everything when you're not. You're not entitled to everything. You're not entitled to change everything as you see fit. Because certain things is there for a reason. So I wish for all the best with this young lady at Costco. But she needs to understand that they're not body shaming her. They're not body shaming her at all. But she needs to understand that they're there to protect her. That's really what they're doing. Because if that be the case, they would just not sit at the aisle and just let it all rock out and let people do whatever they want to her. But they're not doing that. They gave her a verbal warning. That was in their right to do that. Now she decided to go on this whole episode of, well, I'm still going to wear what I want to wear. Then eventually they're going to have to terminate her employment. Hell, if I was her manager, I had did the same as that thing to her. Called into the office and told her. Matter of fact, day one, I had told her that. She came day one dressing like that. I had told her that. Like, yeah, you, Now, you're going to change that. And it ain't because of your body. It's because I know the potential of what people would do, especially customers or consumers. And I'm doing that to protect you. So, y'all let me know what y'all think about this song, dude. Do y'all agree with my perspective about this song? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you agree with the one young lady where what she's saying she feel like she being body shamed? Or do you disagree with her? Y'all let me know in the comments. Until next time, I'll see y'all again on the next podcast episode. Peace out, everybody. Y'all have a good night.